So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Z4 Games, and as you can see I'm bringing to you guys a gouki deck update profile. So this is using the new support from the latest set. As you can see with the brand new Link Monster, Gouki the Power Load Ogre. A very interesting designed Gouki Link compared to all the others, which we'll get to when I get to him. And there's also like 2 new cards in the main deck technically from the new set, though one of them we got earlier than the other. So the deck's really good now. Like I say that now as if like Gouki wasn't good beforehand. I still think Gouki had a lot of potential. It does its job, and it does its job very well. It knows what it wants to do, and it does that very, very well. So if you guys are interested in Gouki, I do advise picking it up. The deck is very cheap, very, very budget. And there's a lot of diversity that you can do with it. So there's a lot of ways, like you can pick up the main core, and then the rest of your deck can be like your own personal link text or anything else and things like that. So I'm going to get to that profile, and before I do, if you like this profile and the content that we produce, please give us a like and a subscribe down below. It really does help us out a lot, and we really do appreciate the support that you give us by just doing that. So before that's done, let's get into it. So we have starters. I'm going to go with like, I'm going to do this a little differently to what I normally do. Usually I do like all the Goukis, and I do the others, and then I do spells and traps. But for this, I'm going to do your main starters slash special summons, and then the rest is going to be like the rest. So for that, we're going to obviously have like our best Gouki monster still is Gouki Suprex. Normal summon this, special summon another one. Simple as that. It's not once per turn, so if you can give yourself an additional normal summon, you can normal summon this again and get that same effect off. And pretty much all besides one of the Gouki monsters in here share the same effect, where if they leave the field to grave, once per turn you can search another Gouki card of a different name. So you have 3 Suprex, and I like 3 Headbat Bat. This is more of a pure build, and I think 3 Headbat Bat is perfect for that. It's like your next to best special summon of the deck that is Gouki inbuilt. Just 3. Essentially, you discard another Gouki from hand, target Gouki in the field, give it 800 attack, and special summon Headbat. Very nice extender for the deck. The same search effect. And then your other play starter is the Neo Space engine of 3 Neo Space Connector and 1 Aqua Dolphin. Still really good in the deck, and thanks to the new Link Monster, Isolde is a really powerful first turn play to do, because then it can help you get into that powered ogre very, very quickly, very, very easily. It has a lot of consistency, and the Dolphin can help get rid of those annoying hand traps for you as well. It's still a viable technique, it's still a viable play, so we're going to use it to the best we can. That's it for the play starters. Moving on to everything else in the deck, I still like to play 3 Twist Cobras in the pure variant, because I like to have that power buff play that I can control myself and have constant access to, so I still really like Twist Cobra. For the Link ones, the level ones I play 2 Octo Stretch and the 1 Gouki Guts. I still think Guts is really good. It is an additional level 1 that has the effect that you can search other Goukis, but the power buff effect can do very nice combos in the deck, where you can use Guts and negate it yourself, and you can get a Link monster back, while also just doing other things that work well with like Giant Ogre. And an Octo Stretch, I like to play him at 2 just because I like to have the option that if I need to, I can have 1 in my hand, and I can protect myself from battle damage and effect damage. It only halves it, but it's still enough. For the big ones, we're playing 2 Vice Scorpios and the 1 Bear Hug. This is a ratio I've always gone for a while. I like the Vice Scorpio multiple because you can normal summon it essentially for free, so long as you either have no monsters or if you only control Goukis. The Bear Hug is just a nice option. If you do get on the field, you can use its effect, but otherwise, again, it's just another name that has the search effect. And then for the other 2 Goukis that you're playing, but I like to play 1 Ring Trainer in the pure build. I mean, we're using the Gouki Link monsters enough, so we can use the Ring Trainer to get them back if they need to. And then we're playing one of the new ones, Gouki Iron Claw. Now, this guy is really cool. especially for things like Giant Ogre. So what Gouki Ironclaw does is that you can, during the damage step, when your Gouki monster battles an opponent's monster quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Until the end of this turn, your monster gains 500 attack, and if it does, it is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. If this card is sent from field to graveyard, you can add a Gouki card from deck to hand, except Gouki Guts, Gouki Ironclaw. So, really cool. You can just cheat in some massive damage with Giant Ogre. Since when Giant Ogre's attack stat changes, he gains an additional 1,000. So then he starts off at 3k as it is, so you can go battle with Giant, use this in the damage step, Giant gains 500, and because his stat changes, he gets an additional 1,000, and because Ironclaw used it, he's now unaffected by everything else, so they literally just cannot respond to now, they can't affect Giant Ogre at all in that instance. So it makes your Giant Ogre even more protective, while becoming 4,500 for that battle, so he's going to get over literally everything. So I really like Ironclaw. Worst case, he's a level 2 that you can summon that gets the search effect. And to round up the warriors in the deck, we are playing 2 copies of Super Quantum Red Layer. You don't have to play Red Layer, you can play like Junk Forward or both. It's completely up to you. I'm going Red Layer just because he has the highest attack. And to round up the monsters in the main deck completely, we are playing 3 copies of Effect Veiler. It's more of a budget build. I had these spare, so I put them in. But this can be any hand trap that you want. I just got with Effect Veiler at the moment, just so you know, I can play a hand trap in this deck. Moving on to spells, we are playing 1 copy Reinforcements of the Army, 3 copies of Gouki Rematch for your revival cards. Rota, everything in his warriors, that's pretty much standard. Gouki Rematch along with Monster Reborn is your revival package. Other than like I think 1 more card in the deck, which we'll get to in a little bit. But I always liked Rematch at 3. It is the perfect card to have in the grind game. You have so much search in the deck, you're always bound to get to more rematches. I can understand people playing it too can brick sometimes if you have too many, but I always like to have that 3rd rematch so that if I do get into that situation, I can get the rematch, get 2 monsters back and keep going. Now we are playing the 1 copy of Pot of Avarice. You can play multiples of this. I think 1 is just fine. I've never really needed to have multiple copies. I think unless you're playing for something like Sync 1, stuff like that, stuff that really does use the extra as its resource and it needs to get them all back, yeah, play multiple copies of Avarice. But in a deck like this, unless I want to put all my Goukis back into my deck multiple times, I think 1 Avarice is just fine. Though you can, again, as I said, mix it up. I'm playing 4 equip cards because Isolde is Isolde and I want to have the most forms of targets as possible. So I am playing 1 copy of Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, 1 copy Moon Mirror Shield, 1 copy of Twin Swords of Flashing Light Twice, and 1 copy of the Living Fossil. Phoenix Blade is standard. We're not the OTG, we haven't got it banned, so we're going to keep abusing Phoenix Blade. Moon Mirror Shield, I think it's really good to allow your Rico monsters to get over essentially anything. Twin Swords of Flashing Light Twice. If you've been a fan on this channel for a while, and my Gouki profiles, you know how much I love Twice, or Tiras. Just being able to give your beat sticks multiple attacks I think is very, very powerful. And especially in combination with Giant Ogre, he will lose like 500 to 25, but then he gains 1,000 to become 35. And a 3,500 body that's attacking twice is very, very good. So I like that. If you combo that with like Ironclaw, you got a 4k attacking twice. Like, it's just very, very strong. So if I do open it, I got the option for that. And Living Fossil, it's an equipped card that is a revival card, so it's got multiple uses in the deck. And I'm playing 4 trap cards to round up the main deck in the forms of 2 copies of Strike and a Warning. Your nice little solemn package there. And 1 copy of the Shade Brigandine. If you get this, you got an additional extender for the deck, that's a Warrior. If you don't get this before your strikes, then it is a bit of a bummer. But other than that, you can't go wrong with a Shade Brigandine. So that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. I'm playing 1 of the new Gouki, the Power Load Ogre. So this is the new Link monster, which has a very, very interesting and unique material lineup in compared to all the other Goukis. So He is a Link 4 that takes 2+ warrior monsters and is 2800 attack. It gains attack equal to the combined Link ratings of all other Link monsters you control times 200. This Link summoned card is unaffected by your other card effects. You contribute a Gouki Link, then target cards on the field up to its Link rating and destroy them. You can only use this effect of Gouki the Power Ogre once per turn. So he's unique in the sense that he just takes warriors. He doesn't have to take Gouki monsters, which I think is very powerful. It's very, very handy, which means we can use our Isoldes to essentially make Power Ogre if we have the right hand for it, which I think is very, very strong. To go with him though, I'm playing 3 more Link 4s in the forms of 1 Gouki the Giant Ogre for that strong OTK, somewhat power play. 1 Master Ogre, this is for when you're going first. You make Master Ogre, you got some forms of monster effect negation. And then 1 copy of Topologic Zero Boss. We can perform the Zero Boss play, where you make this and you can make a Link Rebo underneath it, and then use the Link Rebo to go off from there, banishing everything, and do some form of disruptions. For the Link 3s, I'm playing 4 of them, and they're all Gouki, because this is Gouki Pure. We're playing 1 copy of the Gouki the Great Ogre, 2 copies of Gouki Thunder Ogre. In the Pure variant, you need to play 2 copies of this, just because this is your combo play. This is what helps you get most of your plays off, and allowing to abuse Suprex. And then 1 copy of Blade Ogre, just for that additional battle damage. And then for the Link 2s, we're playing 2 copies of Gouki Jet Ogre, 1 copy of Gouki Heal Ogre, 2 copies of Isolde, and 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix. Your Jet Ogre is your main one that you're going to go into to continue going off with your Link plays. Heal Ogre has a lot of niche combos in the deck where you can make this, put a Gouki underneath it, activate its effect, then negate your own Gouki to then revive your Gouki Link, which is really, really cool. And then Isolde is your one that you're always going to go into first to get your monsters on the field, get your searches, get your consistency going. And Nightmare Phoenix is just that for the back row hate. So Gouki doesn't like back row. And we're playing the 1 Link 1 in the forms of Link Kuriboh. But that, guys, is the deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below how you're playing Gouki. There is a Gouki build online that abuses this engine, which I think is really, really interesting. So you'll make your, I believe you make your Road Warrior move through Isolde using Junk Anchor, getting off the Isolde. Then you can use Warrior to get Cyberstein, and Cyberstein can get you into one of these 2, which is just absolutely crazy. That's not the build that I'm going for, though I do keep it aside if I want to try it out. I just like playing Gouki as a more pure beatdown deck, which is one of the Gouki's best traits, is that it's just such a very consistent beatdown deck. It just puts on a lot of pressure consistently, and your opponent just has to deal with it all the time, so I do enjoy it for that. So, as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. And the next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.